What's going on, everyone? So when the Los Angeles Lakers made the trade for Dorian Finney-Smith, that was a surprise in and of itself, right? Because he was headed to the Memphis Grizzlies, and then all of a sudden he wasn't, and the Lakers ended up grabbing him, and he's been a great pickup, a great acquisition since he's came to the Lakers. But another little surprise in that trade was Shake Milton. And he was a guy that I was very high on. I really hyped up. I talked about on several occasions here on this channel, and I even broke down how I thought he could really help and impact the Lakers, right? A guy that could play either guard position, the point guard or the two guard, and that I thought that the Lakers should really give him an opportunity. He was coming off of two excellent games right before he was traded to the Lakers, and I thought he was a guy that really could earn and justify some rotation minutes, and I would have liked to see the Lakers kind of play him in some rotation minutes. I'd like to see, like, what can he provide to this team? And also, if the Lakers are going to pull off some trades and end up, trading Gabe Vincent, Gabe Vincent, that, you might have need for a guard, somebody that can handle the basketball, make plays, as well as score the basketball. And so I was like, hey, if we can get some nice looks at a Shake Milton, that could really go a long way for the Lakers, and maybe we don't need to go pick up that piece. Maybe we can, make trades and focus on the perimeter for like 3-and-D wings, and then also pick up maybe a center and do all the stuff that, we were looking to do at the trade deadline. And then he just had this one game. He looked solid. It was like, okay, there's something there. Knocked down a couple threes. Got a little shot happy, but I get it. He's excited. He's pumped. He's like, he's energetic. He's excited. He's a Laker now, and he's on a team that's trying to win and compete and stuff, right? So he's trying to show and do a little too much to show that he's capable of being a real contributor to this roster. And then he just didn't get to play. Right? Like Gabe came back and then that was it. And we never really got to see him outside of garbage minutes and garbage time. And again, I talk about it all the time. Like, it's hard to know what anyone can do or provide in that time. Even if a guy goes off and gives you 12 points in 2 minutes, something crazy like that. Again, it's not organized basketball. You're just trying to get out of the quarter. You're just trying to have the game in. And I really wanted to see, what does he look like in real minutes, in a rotation spot, and what can he do? What can he provide? Not saying you have to play him 30, 40 minutes a game, but even in limited minutes, what could he provide? And we played the Washington Wizards, and Washington, look, terror. I mean, they are, no joke, they might be the worst basketball team I've ever seen. By NBA standards. I mean, you had what was it, the Bobcats or whatever that won 9 games or whatever it was, right? This team might be worse than that, right? They are awful. They have the worst point differential in NBA history. It's crazy how bad they are, right? But I digress. Point is that we got to see Shake Milton. And that was huge. That was exciting. And he delivered. He really did. He was very good in that game. 28 minutes of action. He put up 21 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 7 of 8 from the floor, 1 of 2 from three-point range, 6 of 6 from the foul line. I mean, that pump fake was automatic this game. He had several and ones. He just kept pump faking all these guys into purgatory and getting to the foul line, which I was very impressed with. And then also delivered with 2 steals, no turnovers, by the way, and was a plus 25, which was our 4th best plus minus, behind LeBron James and Jackson Hayes. Actually, no, sorry, 3rd best. Austin Reeves was a plus 24. So Shake Milton was very good during that stretch. Really just looked very confident out there. I mean, to be fair, it's easy to look confident, right? I was watching that game and I was like, you know what? Maybe I can play in the NBA, right? I was like, you know what? On second thought, maybe I need to change career paths here a little bit. But no, in all seriousness, right? Shake Milton's a good player, right? He was coming off an 18-point game. He had a 12-assist game, the 2 games before he came to Lakers. So he was a guy that was looked at as this versatile guard, right? A guy that could slot in and play the point and initiate and run the offense at any time, take some pressure off of Austin Reeves and LeBron James as playmaking duties. And then also just be a bucket getter, right? Like that's kind of more what he's known for. A guy that can just go get buckets, go get baskets. He's a guy that, on any given night can just go off and really do some things with the basketball. He's 28 years old, so you can still keep him for quite some time. He's 6'5", 6'6", but he has like a 7-foot wingspan. So even defensively, like you saw him be able to disrupt passing lanes and kind of get after it on the defensive side of things. And it was like, man, if he can just provide the effort and energy on the defensive side of things and really kind of just be a key contributor in the playmaking department as well as just scoring the basketball. I'm not saying he has to go and give you 21 a night or anything like that, but if he can come in, play some real defense, kind of man the point guard position on, play the 2 guard, right? Be that real combo guard, and then also come in and chip in with, say 8 to 10 points a night. Like this is a guy that definitely deserves to be in the rotation. And I'd like to see him get a little more opportunity, honestly. I'd like to see, like, what can he do? What can he provide? Now, look, one of the reasons why he's so cheap and, was kind of a throw into the deal and all that stuff is primarily because he's a guy that is very inconsistent at times, right? He's a guy that, on some nights can go and give you 21, and then the next night, he'll be 2 of 7 or whatever, right? Like, and even like the playmaking department, like he can be very inconsistent, right? He can kind of be one of those hot and cold bucket getters, one of those hot and cold scorers, but I still think he's a guy that can get after it, gets comfortable. He's on a team like the Lakers that has, guys like LeBron James and Anthony Davis and Austin Reeves, and I think that he could potentially warrant a rotation spot. And also, I'd like to see what can he provide, because if you do pull off trades and you do make some moves and you do need to have a guard depth or anything, right? Like, can he kind of plug that in, or do you need to go get somebody else? Right? Like, this is a guy who has had some really nice games, has had some really nice stints. He's even had some really nice playoff runs. He had a run with Philly back in 2019-2020 where he averaged 14.5 points, 3.3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal or half a steal a game, and 31.5 minutes of action, right? Like, he's a guy that, has shown that he can do some things out there. He's had a season with Philly where he averaged 13, 3-3. He's had most of his seasons. He's a career 8-point a game guy, right? He's a career 8, 2.5, right? But that's fine. Like, if that's in limited minutes, let's say, because he's also averaged 19 minutes per game for his career. So let's say in 15 minutes of action a night, he's giving you 8, 3, and 3. Perfect, right? Like, that's great compared to like what we're getting on a nightly basis right now. And then the occasional random game where he goes and gives you, 21, right? Like, that's great to have, right? To be your 8th, 9th guy, like it doesn't hurt the team by any stretch. It doesn't hurt the team in any way. So to me, I'd like to see him get a little more opportunity, get some more run in the rotation, and just see, right? Like, what can he do? What can he provide? If he's having a bad night and he starts 0 of 3 or something like that, or he has a couple of bad turnovers or something, then pull him out and, hey, you ain't got it this game. We'll get you on the next one. Don't worry about it. And just kind of, keep him on a short leash if you need to, right? Like, kind of keep the slack not too long. And then if it's like, okay, well, now this game he's great, then it's like, hey man, take it off and just release the beast, right? Like, let's let him go, right? And maybe he goes and gives you 21 or whatever, right? I don't hate the idea. I don't, I'm all for kind of just giving him an opportunity and allowing him to continue to stay in the rotation and stuff like that. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion and I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you like the idea of Shake Milton staying in the rotation and being a real rotation guy? How do you think, no, like, you just got too many guys that you got to fill in or whatever, at least during the regular season, right? Like, at least let them get some run during the regular season. But again, how do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. What did you think of last night's game? Love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, If you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.